X1075 Holiday Havoc is happening this week, and 311 will be headlining on Thursday night over at the Pearl at the Palms. Joining me on the phone is the man that slaps the bass for 311, Mr. Peanut. How are you, buddy?
I'm so good. I'm so happy to be headlining. What a great development after 28 years of being a band together, still pulling off, high class events. I love it.
That's right. You guys, you still rate, man. You still can pull off the headlining slot. It's a great night of music. We've got Young the Giant, Iration, Dreamers, and Barnes Courtney all performing that night.
It's going to be amazing. I'm very impressed with the lineup, and like I said a second ago, I'm honored that 311 and myself get the headline. We are stoked. We are going to fully bring it. We will sweat the walls.
28 years in the game. You guys, I know you're in the process of recording a new album, the follow-up to Mosaic. Is that actually happening now? And you're actually coming out of the studio to come perform the show, right?
Yes. Chad is in the box right now doing his tracks, as drums are generally recorded first. And when I say generally, I mean every damn time. And that can take a while, so you never know. But he's going quickly. He's getting less like criminally exacting in his 40s, so it moves along quickly. I know Tim has recorded a couple of tracks too, which actually helps me lay my bass tracks because Tim is the same kind of guy that Chad is, like I'm saying, like criminally exacting, just amazing. So if I'm doing what I think I should be doing and Tim's doing what he knows he should be doing, there's a little bit of gray area. So we record in different sequences, and it's really fun to, back each other up and see what it turns into as we're building this musical tattoo together.
28 years in the game as a rhythm section, and you guys, do you kind of have these chemistry where you don't have to even really talk about things? You can kind of know where each person's going to go?
Well, I see Chad looking over at me a lot. As he's in record mode, he's writing his parts. And when Chad records, it's almost always one take. It's very rare that he'll piece things together, even though it's easier and easier to do that nowadays. He likes to get it all down with one take, so he's got to have all of the fills in place and the feel just locked. So he looks over to me for when he's doing fills and accents and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was cool, or it's just fun to kind of be a part of that building process, even in the total parenthetical where he's like, hey, did you like that? Like, I came up with that yesterday. It's like, yeah, I like that a lot. It was great.
Do you feel like you're Chad's boss? Like you have to put the Peanut stamp of approval on his fills?
Oh no, you're trying to get me in trouble. No way. No, but I feel totally like, I don't know, like I have earned the spot to kind of say what I think, and he's given me the room to have an opinion about what he's coming up with, because I don't know, maybe he sees that it does affect us both. But I just love the drums. Like if I wasn't playing bass, I'd be playing the drums. And Chad is an ever reaching, always 24/7 inspiration for me in the band. So when he's coming up with cool stuff, it just lights me on fire. And I'm like, well, what if he did this? He can take it or leave it.
Peanut hanging out with us the entire hour and headlining X1075's Holiday Havoc this Thursday. Get your tickets now. That's always a fun one. 311, Who's Got the Herb? X1075 headlining Holiday Havoc night number 2 Thursday over at the Pearl inside the Palms. On the phone with Peanut, bass player for 311. After all these years, Peanut, do you have a favorite song that you play when you play live?
Yeah, it probably rotates here and there. It'll probably be one of the rarer ones as we've played a lot of the hits kind of into the ground. But nothing like a couple of weeks off from playing together to make even something that we've played 1,000 times or more than that, gosh, over the years, seem really fresh, and really to get into the details of like Amber and Beautiful Disaster, to lay back and just kind of appreciate really what it is. And I don't know, it's great. But yeah, most of the time I would pick something rarer like Galaxy or Offbeat Barass or Tribute or Bomb the Town, but I've got a lot of favorite 311 songs, and we don't play a lot of those songs very much, but I think that's probably the thing that makes me love them so much is there's some great stuff that we kind of keep in the closet, and we air it out ever so rarely, and that's one of the reasons why the diehards kind of hang on the way that they do, waiting for us to maybe go on a fall tour and play only deep cuts and stuff like that, because this summer was pretty greatest hits heavy, and I don't know, there was some growth in that. Like, that's what we were trying to do, is play for a bigger audience, but man, I just love those rare cuts. That's what it's all about for me.
I've always loved Frolic Room, and I don't see that in the set list too often.
Oh yeah, we never play that. That's one of the I heard that it came up random on my playlist like a couple of days ago, and I listened to the whole thing. I'm like, oh, well, that's a really good song.
It really was, yeah.
Yeah, super fun. It's like the only song I've ever recorded with a pick. Talks about Nick's debauchery. It's great. What's not to love?
Yeah, the Frolic Room is a real place.
Yes, they have it. They have it on the jukebox.
I want to play it right now from 2005's "Don't Tread on Me." It's 311 Frolic Room, X1075. More with Peanut coming up. Dollar Loan Center presents X1075's Holiday Havoc, night number 2, happening over at the Pearl inside the Palms. Special thanks to Findlay Toyota, Captain Morgan, Kettle One, and Crown Royal. Tickets are still available through Ticketmaster.com. And joining me on the phone right now is Peanut from 311. And so this year you did the 311 shows. Now, I know every year you alternate. You do the 311 cruise or you do the 311-day shows. So if I'm not mistaken, the cruise is already sold out for 2019, right?
Yeah, the cruise sold out like as quick as can be.
Do you still like doing those cruises, or do you like? Do you ever get nervous? You know, being out on the ship and being you can't escape the fans.
No, but they make it easy for us to have our own space. It's so much more a paid vacation. I mean, it's a lot of work. The hours are filled up. There's not really much sitting around time. But the sitting around time that I've had on the cruises previous have all been hanging out with my dad, because he loves going on cruises and he loves being my dad. so it was really, really fun. It has been super fun to hang out with him in those spaces. But yeah, it is a little nerve-wracking, like, hey, yeah, we are out on the ocean, but it's also the same thing that makes it super, super fun. It's like there's that, I don't know, that random, hey, you got to pay attention if you hear a siren.
Right.
Start running.
Sure. Put your drink down.
Yeah, put your drink down and look for your exit. Find your area you need to go to. But those shows are off the chart as far as normal shows. They're so different. They're diehards only. It's 2,000 people. It's you're not going home. There's a lot of factors that make it a very unique event, which will always make it interesting. And just another thing that, like, if you stick around long enough, you never know what's going to happen next. And that's been the cruises for us. And yeah, this will be like our sixth one, or fifth or our sixth one. I can't remember.
Definitely for the hardcore fans. A lot of hardcore fans here in Las Vegas, and tickets are still available through Ticketmaster.com. You can link up through our website, X1075LasVegas.com. Doors will be at 6 o'clock. First band on at 6:20 on Thursday for night number 2. Did get a request for this one off the Centennial Toyota text line from Stereolithic. This is 5 of Everything. We're hanging with 311. It's X1075.
No matter what.
X1075. If you've been living under a rock, you would know that we're spending all hour with 311 today, because Peanut is on the phone from 311. He plays bass in the band. They're performing at X1075's Holiday Havoc this Thursday. Pearl inside the Palms. And Peanut, do you have a favorite memory of Las Vegas?
Vegas is up and down. We were in Vegas for 2001, right when we were supposed to play a show on September 11th, and it was tough. Like it was hey, what's going to happen next? And it was in the the Vegas kind of paradigm where people were still gambling left and right while you're looking at the news, not believing what's happening. And then we've done 311 Day in Vegas a number of times, where we do our little tiny version of taking over the town, and it's wonderful. And I know the fans have some of the best times of their, 311 loving lives in Vegas. So it's great. Vegas is full of dramatics. That's why the city was built.
Absolutely.
I love it like that. I love being able to text Penn Jillette and tell him that we're coming in town and have him tell me that he can't come to the show because he's working, which is always. But it's like I think we have a bass player love affair going on, and I've followed his career forever, and he's a fan of some order. I don't know how high, but I think he likes me because I'm a bass player.
Well, Penn, it works at the Rio, and you guys are going to be at the Palms, so it's going to be right across the street. He can find a way to get over. You know? My problem is always like waiting until the day of the show, which wouldn't really change anything for a person like him whose schedule is 2 years probably in advance. But right.
Yeah, maybe if I give him a little bit of heads up, he can make it over. I'd love to shake his hand.
Well, thanks so much for taking some time today. We were really excited about the show. There was a lot of minutia that went on to get you guys to actually play the show. You stepped up. We threw a Hail Mary, and you said, yeah, we'll come play. So we really appreciate it. And we appreciate you taking some time to come out of the studio and come hang out with us here in Vegas on Thursday for Holiday Havoc with all those great bands. Peanut, thank you so much.
Of course. Playing a big, giant show in front of fantastic fans in a wonderful city like Vegas is the perfect motivation for us to bring back into the studio and make the album that much better. So I thank you in advance.
What a pleasure. Peanut from 311 joining us today. Hopefully we've inspired you to buy some tickets. They're on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. This is Prisoner, more 311. X1075. Deal with it.